everyone, welcome to my garden. So today I'm going to do some pruning, and I thought I can take you along and show you what I'm doing here in the garden when I prune my tree rose. We are going to prune my climbing roses because they just look out of control, and then also I have jasmine that is out of control, also wisteria that is out of control. So we're going to go through and try to prune everything, and I'll show you what I'm doing in the garden. And for many of you guys that are joined just recently, we live in France. We are actually from Colorado, from the United States, and we bought a place here in France. We moved we moved to France, so this is my garden in France, and I'm gardening in zone 8B. If any of you guys are curious about this information. So I started this garden. I'm really excited, so we'll go ahead and start pruning today. It's been really hot. I have been spending most of my time just trying to water because we still don't have automated water system set up in the garden, so I'm watering by hand. I'm actually dragging my hose. So, we have several places that we have hoses hooked up, so I'm able to, luckily don't have to drag my hose all over the garden, but I do use the hose to water. Hopefully we can try to budget for next year, and I'm really hoping that we can set up something so I don't have to spend so much time watering. I can actually start gardening, although I absolutely love watering because I can go around and I can spend my time. It's very peaceful for me to water, and also I can check the flowers. That's my time to spend with my flowers. The best way to describe it, because I can check on them. I can see which one is doing if they're doing good, they're not doing good, they have bugs, and I just kind of go through that, and it's just really helpful that way. But that also eliminates my time to try to get after weeds, especially in the hot weather, since the way it was for good maybe a couple of weeks now, George. About a couple of weeks, and so now it's starting to cool down, which is great. I need to get after irises. I need to trim them. I have to go after the weeds, get them out, and get these projects done, like the pruning, etc. that needs to be done, that I'm kind of behind a little bit. And cool, and it's better to prune when it's a little cooler. It's not the best time to prune when it's very hot. So this is a really good time to get this done. Anyway, let me show you what I'm doing today. So this is my rose tree right here, and it bloomed. It was beautiful, but you can see all the spent flowers on that. I don't just go ahead deadhead. I'm going to use my pruning shears and to shear this rose, basically to bring it down. What I did, I put a tarp down right here beneath it, underneath the tree. That way I can go ahead and collect all the pruned branches that are going to drop down, so it just kind of eliminates the mess a little bit. It's helpful. I'm sure I still will have to blow with my blower, but for most part it helps to keep it a little neat. So then we are going to prune these roses here. So this particular climber right here, it's doing okay this year, but you can see it has lots of dead brown right here. The canes, I don't know what's going on with this rose. It hasn't done well for me, even the beginning of the time, ever since I planted this. So I'm debating to actually just remove it altogether, but I'm going to give a little more time. What I'll do is just prune it really well, and we'll give another year and see how it's going to do. But for just in case I have to remove that, I planted another climbing rose right here. This is a David Austin Charles Austin rose, and it's a beautiful apricot color. Has apricot color flowers. They're very beautiful. I have another one in the garden, and it's just really great rose. I absolutely adore the flowers, and they stay on the bush for quite some time. They don't drop very quickly, so I like that quality of in roses. And I planted one here just in case I have to remove this. In case if I have to remove this, then I will have another one already starting. And this other climbing rose is absolutely beautiful. It's one of my favorite in the garden because it's been very healthy rose. I believe this could be Roseanne. I purchased this from our local garden center, and it didn't have a tag on it at that time. I just loved the flowers. So it's been really great climber. You can see it's very vigorous, doing really good, very healthy. And what I'll do is probably will help the canes to move this way a little bit, because you can see we are running out of the space for them here. It's starting to get really thick. But all I have to do is just basically go ahead and try to remove all those overgrown canes right here. These are not the canes. These are the lateral shoots, I think what they call them. These are the flower bearing ones. So these are the ones that needs to be pruned back. You can see the top of the flowers. The tops have all flowers, so they need to just basically bring back. So I'm going to do that to keep it healthy. And another thing that we need to do is I have jasmine here that's kind of, this jasmine is awesome. I absolutely love it. This is just star jasmine, and I have it as a hedge, and it's beautiful, but it was blooming, so I kind of let it bloom. I didn't want it to touch for a while because it had so many flowers on it. I had pollinator over it, so I just let it all finish, go through its cycle, finish the flowering period, and then now it's done, and I need to go ahead and tidy it because it's starting to go into the flower bed, starting to get into the rose bushes. Some of them here we can go ahead and deadhead as we are doing all this cleanup here. And then we have wisteria here, so you can see this wisteria has gone all over the place. I've actually done one pruning already on it, and I'll talk to you a little more how I prune my wisteria, how I train it, and then we can go from there. But this also needs to be handled today, because I really don't like when I let it go too far, because then it just gets very overwhelming. So I try to tackle it as I need it, as fast as I can, and that way it doesn't get overwhelming and completely out of hand to deal with them, because this wisteria is very vigorous. If you let that go, it is going to be very hard to tame it. So it is really important to get after it as soon as you can. So all right, well, let's just go ahead and get this started. Also for the pruning, I already cleaned my hand pruners with alcohol, because it is really important. And I usually just, you can keep a little alcohol in a bottle with you. You can dip them after all the cuts or after each rose, or I just have a wipe soaked in alcohol. I just wipe it. I have only 3 roses to go, so it's not a big deal for me. So it's up to you how you would prefer to do that. But let's just start right here. Let's get this one going first. So I don't need the pruners for this. I'm gonna put it down. Let me get my glasses. All right. I hope this is safe. First of all, here, it's a little better. Okay, here we go. is I went ahead, pruned the entire thing. I kind of tried to do it into the round shape, but you can do it in any way you want. You can prune whichever way you like. And then what I did with my hand pruners, I went around and tried to remove all the brown and dead pieces. Like you can see, for example, here we have dead. I'm just going to slightly clean up. It's not you know, it's not like a spring pruning or anything, but if I see one yellow, I would just remove it. And then some of the branches underneath where there is no sun, sometimes they just yellow because they don't have enough light, and that's okay. I can just remove all of those, and then the rest of the dead branches, I would just remove them in the springtime when I'm doing really my main pruning time. When there's no leaves, I can go through and select all the branches, make sure that everything is removed that has to be removed. Like this one is completely dead. So that's kind of my way of pruning, but at least I can, you know, clean up, make sure it's all you know, it can still do well throughout the season. Plants really do appreciate being cleaned up. Even if it's not a pruning time, I still go ahead and try to shear them off and clean it. Okay, so this is one down. I just need to clean up everything that fell underneath. It looks already so much better. You can always step back, look how the shape is, and then you can go back and try to correct, you know, if something that it's not suitable for you. But it's very simple. You know, this is not, again, the main pruning. What is going on? Oh, it's just totally, okay. Okay, cleanup time. So now we are pruning this climbing rose. I already wiped my hand pruners with the alcohol just to make sure that I'm not transferring from disease from one rose to the other. But this rose is not doing too good, so I'm actually going to remove quite a bit of it. And then we can go back to the other one. So I'll show you here. You know, you might have similar situation, but I'm not sure. But so all I'm doing is going to remove everything that is brown. Like this one is completely dead. You can see right here. Let's be careful, sweetie. You probably need to let me fall because you're gonna get hurt.
You fall. I have time for it.
So like that. To leave this because you can see the entire thing kind of looks a little yellow, but sometimes it gets corrected because I have other roses in the garden that didn't do well at all for a few years, and then I was ready to just get them out because I could not get them healthy. And after this year, they're thriving. There is not a yellow thing, yellow cane or disease on them. They have branched out. They're flowering all summer, doing really great. So I think I'm going to give some time. I suggest not to be in a hurry to get something out, even if you're frustrated. Like I am frustrated with this rose. Believe me, I am, because I haven't had single success with this rose, no matter what I did. I love the flowers. I love the beautiful velvety petals. Oh, I love it so much, but I've tried to do everything and I can't get this rose to thrive for me. So, but I think I'm going to be patient. I made a decision not to get frustrated. Just prune it, spray. I'm going to spray with another fungicide, copper fungicide, and let's see what happens next year. So that's my decision, and worst scenario, we'll get them out, not in a hurry. So now what I need to do is, you can see all this. So these are the main canes right here. So the main canes don't need to be pruned unless they are dead. So or they're diseased, which is this one, I think, not doing great. Then you can see the horizontal shoots that are coming off the canes for climbing roses. These are the flower-bearing branches. And what I'm going to do is just bring them down a little bit, just prune them back, and that's all I have to do for right now. So this one belongs to the other guy. And here, see right here, this right here, see, it's grown really too much, so I'm going to take part of it off right here. We'll get this one. This is dead, done, dead. This one I might prune back a little bit. Okay, so now I need to go on the other side and see what's going on the other side. So here the same thing. Can you bring it close so they can see this gorgeous rose? I think this one needs to go into the vase right here. Look how beautiful. Oh, I love this rose. It's so pretty. Can you take this home and put them in the water? I'll hold that for you. Because so we went ahead and pruned this rose. Some of these long ones I didn't touch just because you can see it's just growing. It's a new shoot. That means they're going to flower. So I'm going to let them flower because, who doesn't want flowers? Right here I left a couple of them. Looks like that needs to be deadheaded. This is it. Here. Let me see. Here, and then that's it. I'm not doing it anymore. So for most part, it's done. Hang on. Okay. Oh, right here. There is a couple of them there too. I think it's okay for now. So for most part it's done. I did miss only just a couple of them. I think I can get them later or in the spring. It's not a problem. But at least for most part it's all pruned. And I did take quite a bit of this climbing rose, which is nice. This is such a relief. It's so nice to get this job done because this is not something, fun to do, to get there into the rose rustle with the thorns. But it's nice to get it done. All right, so I will pick this up later. Let's go ahead and get after this jasmine. Well, I don't need a ladder for this, but okay, so now I need to go after this jasmine. This jasmine is out of control. You can see all the shoots are inside the roses. Oh, they're all reached completely to the center. So we need to go ahead and end on the rose bush. I've got to get... Hi, Todd. Hi. Okay, I think I'm going to shear this now. Grab my other glove because that's a lot. Okay, jasmine is trimmed, pruned. It looks so nice. It's so much tidier. But I love the jasmine here. It's because it brings such a great evergreen interest in the winter time. It's really nice when there's nothing going on here. We still have a really nice hedge of jasmine, and when it was blooming, it was wonderful. I mean, it was smelling so good and had lots of pollinators everywhere. So, but now it's done and then back to normal. It's really very liberating to get this project done. So now we need to tackle this because George needs to go home, and we have lots of mosquitoes out, and he does not like it. So let's just talk about this with wisteria really quick. Wisteria I prune all year round. So as soon as it starts shooting out like this, unless you want to train them to go in certain directions, I start pruning them because otherwise they will get out of control very quickly. And when we prune them, I maybe count two, 3 eyes. You can do 5 if you want, and I would just go ahead and prune it. This is where it will start producing flowers for the spring. So that's what I do. And then about August, September, I will not prune anymore until spring. Spring, we'll just do a little bit of a cleanup, make sure that there's no dead branches, but we have to be really careful because they are going to form buds already mid-winter, I believe, and they will not, we cannot prune them in the spring, because if we prune wisteria in the spring, we will lose all our flowers. So I usually prune them until about October, and I'm sorry, about September, the end of August, and then I'm done. I will not touch it until spring, and then I will look into make sure if there is any dead branches. I will remove the dead and then leave the rest until after the flower. So for the long seed, these shoots right here, I'm going to remove. So I would count probably, you want to show, George? So I think I'm going to prune it right. This is where I pruned last time, looks like. I'm going to go ahead and prune them right here. So I would count 3 to 5. And actually I will take them down a little more. And just prune. He loves that. Okay. So these are going to be where it's going to produce flowers right here. So more we prune, more flowers we will have in the spring. It's like, what's going on? Let's see, where else I need to go on top. So this. Hi everyone. So today is the next morning. Last night I actually wasn't able to get everything done, or I did get done, but it got really late. So by the time I cleaned everything up, I did go home and got some rest. I was really tired. So, but I was able to trim the wisteria. I trained the wisteria. You can see I brought more of the wisteria down to start covering this pergola. And so what I'm trying to do is basically start training on all sides, and then anything that is excess, I'm just basically trimming it off. And it looks really nice. You see how tidy and good it looks? I think it's going to be great. And those pruning areas where it starts blooming in the spring. So I'm really excited about how this wisteria is covering the pergola, or this large arbor, rather. The flowers, the clusters of the flowers are really beautiful on this wisteria. They're bicolor and they're super long, and I love it how in the spring they just hang down from above. It just looks so beautiful. I need to probably repeat one of those back in the back side of it. So anyway, I hope you guys like this video. Again, please send me messages. I love hearing from all of you. Also, if you have any questions, anything that I maybe missed out, please do ask me. I always love hearing from all of you guys, so that's not a problem for me at all. Also, I wanted to let you know that I think George is going to post something on our community, letting you guys know that we are ready to do Q&A if you guys are ready. So I think one of our viewers did say that they would like to do Q&A with us. So I think he's going to post something on our community. Maybe you guys can send all your all your questions that you have. If we have if you have enough questions, maybe we'll do a video and start answering your questions. So don't hesitate to ask whatever you need, whatever it's interesting to you. So anyway, hope you guys liked it and have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.